This is as good a way to start this as any. And I have a couple things I want to talk about. This, of course, is just a cleanup of a great Guilford straight bass that I found today out at the Rise. I mean, look at this piece. Such a great point. Nice piece. Now, I do want to show you something unique, though, and something fun that just hadn't been seen in years. These are, and if I put my hand here, this will all disappear completely. Pull my hand back. These are small. I could gather them up in one handful. Very small, but look at the kind of work they did with this material. What you're looking at is sugar quartz. At least that's what many of us call it. But sugar quartz, as you can see, comes in a deep variety of colors. And it is well able to make really awesome detailed points. I mean, you're going to see some stuff here in these small ones. If I can get it on there, if I can get it on the film, I'm going to try my best to do it. That's just a great variety. Before I do, I want to show you a picture. Again, the book, Shadows at Dawn, is an awesome book. I recommend it. This is a picture, a good picture at the break of the century of this Apache family group. Huge Apache village here that was decimated by a group of Mexicans, American loyalists, and another whole section of a different clan of Indians. So, but they didn't like the Apache too much, so they were just decimated. Over 150 were just completely slaughtered without compunction. So I would recommend highly, all the time, learning more and more about that in you know, I guess in some ways. And there's the book right there. In some ways, challenging yourself to think, because we do collect these, but these, of course, are from their bloodline, not from historic period Indians. But at the same time, it does me good to try to put together, at least in my temperament, it humbles me to find out what the history behind it all is. So let's just take a look at some of these points and try to roll right through them. Look at this piece found recently. Small but just incredible work at Opening Sands. What they could do with sugar quartz. Now, as I go through this, I have to figure out, I think I'm going to try to pass through this group big to small. And to do that, I'm sort of just going to look through it and try to set up the display to give you a good look. And again, a look at materials. Of course, I section them not by style of the point, but I do it by materials. And this, what we're seeing today, is sugar quartz. And so I will let it all just sort of speak for itself. To me, it's a favorite. I keep all my sugar quartz in a separate bin, if you will. And I mean to tell you, what they could do with it is staggering. Look at this point. That's a charcoal gray. And the lighting in here seems to be absolutely perfect. And you're going to see smoker after smoker, because what they could do with sugar quartz blows my mind. And only now, after 4 years, can I put it together and just be really moved by it. It's just unbelievable, the stuff they can do. Now, looking at this, I always try to get around in here and get a good picture of it all. This piece here is a pink. So you can see in 4 years, my impression has changed. And I said, man, I'm going to start a separate compartment. Now I have big sugar quartz too, and I have just as many points. And they could have made it. It's not that they couldn't make them large, but these happen to be small ones. But just incredible stuff. Let's see here. Look at these two. A whitish cream color. Opening Sands right here. This one's Hidden Hill. A couple sites that I have that I absolutely love. Of course, you have to. But to give you this up close and personal view of what and how they crafted sugar quartz. I'm sure it was so hard, but it just sort of worked out to make a point the way they needed them and the way they wanted them. This point here was found fairly recently at Hidden Hill. The funny thing about sugar quartz is I don't find any real modules of it that they ended up making things out of. It's just unbelievable. I hope I have enough time here, so I'm trying not to go too fast, slow enough to give you a good look, but try not to take a lot of time because I really respect people's time. You know, we all got things to do, and oh, sorry about that. There we go. This is a brownish reddish material. Nice bifurcated point. I think when I'm done with this, you're going to see just there was, and there's, if you talk about bifurcated, see what I mean? Come from completely different places. But you can see why I sort of keep them in the same place in my collection. Some of these early archaic points and what have you, it's just unbelievable. All right, if we're going biggest to smallest, let me look at this point here and this point just because of their weight. They have a similar weight. Long stem on this piece. Unique. Found that at Crosslands. Actually, I found that in Mecca. Usually I don't ever forget. You know, of course we all forget things, but that's a unique piece. And then this one I found over at Mecca as well. And I don't know if what changed the color was putting them in the heat or whatever. I guess a lot of people have their theories about heat treatment and that sort of stuff. It's hard for me to understand it for sure. I talked to a friend of mine who's a geologist, and he said, well, that stone was made at such a high grade temperature that he doubts that fire would actually change anything about it. I don't know. I don't know. He's a geologist, but, you know, I just don't know. Look at these points. Man, oh man, right? Trying to do this with two hands and two eyes. What they could do with sugar. I found this 200 yards from my house, just across the street. Site they're trying to sell. They stopped farming it. Too bad. I could dig it if I ever get real bored and I have nowhere to go. It is land that I have access to, so that's really cool. And it's full of this stuff. It turned out to be a really great site, and I can tell. I can tell. Another basic point right here. Anyway, we got a bunch of good stuff left, so let me just keep rolling through this. See if I can get a good show of it for you. A couple pieces right here. I have a Guilford round in a brownish sugar quartz. And little stem point. But it's just a beautiful material if you check it out. Just a beautiful material. All right, taking a look at these, just a tour of it all. Really great looking stuff. Look at these pieces. Crazy, right? This is a orangish brownish sugar quartz, and this one is a tannish sugar quartz. But this is a stone they use in eastern North Carolina, and it's absolutely beautiful. Now as we roll forward, trying to get this finished before it cuts off on me. I'm just taking a real gamble. I don't want to hurry too much, but show you doubles because of it. What they did in sugar quartz. And the color variations. Nice stuff, huh? Just incredible to me. Just gotta love it. Keep putting this stuff around, excuse me. Little afternoon tour in the slow season out there. Look at this point. Unbelievable, right? Show this one here. So they sure could work it, larger or small. And then these two, stingers. Of course, the one on the right is just crazy. Look what they did with sugar quartz, sacred sands. It's just good stuff, isn't it? Man, I'm really blown away by it myself. All right, everybody. That is a group of incredible sugar quartz. Small, tiny, but just amazing. I mean, just look at that shot right there. I appreciate you tuning into Indian Trace, and I just wanted to do my very best to give you a show of it. Encourage you, of course, to buy Shadows at Dawn. Read it. It's a great book. Fantastic gill for today. Gotta love it. Just thankful as can be. I hadn't found a whole lot lately. But these, my goodness, right? I'll give you a little bit of a tour. If this cuts off, that's okay. I hope you guys all find out there. Thank you for tuning in to Indian Trace. You can see why sugar quartz found a place in my heart. Look at the colors, right? As always, I hope you find out there.